Hey, girl. Thank you.
What are you doing? What's that?
I feel like I'm drinking.
Hold on. I don't know what it is. I don't know. Why would I ask if I knew what you was drinking?
I know, but you said it like it was something I wasn't supposed to be drinking. It was just.
See, you went there. You went there.
Brittany thought it was that too. In the back room.
Oh, see, I ain't gonna tell you where Brittany just came from. Let me tell you, I was hoping Brittany was gonna make it. Brittany was having a good time. It's before this show, so I was like, I hope Brittany makes it to the show.
Why you was on her Instagram?
Yeah, follow her. We follow her. I mean, I thought. I mean,
I just didn't. Oh, Brittany, I don't log into ORNOT podcast Instagram like I should.
Yes, you should. You should. Yes. Brittany had a little fun, a little brunch fun. Everybody should have a little brunch fun. I gotta go make it to the brunch fun. I haven't yet, but I need to. But anyways, for those who don't know, this is ORNOT podcast. I am your absolute favorite trainer and big sister, Tasha Mack. And who are you, little lady?
My shoulders looking a little slimmer, aren't they?
Can we not do this? Yes, they are. Go ahead and give me the shoulder shake. I love it.
I am Danielle. I am just the co-host here. I don't have a fantastic
small shoulders.
No, not yet, but they're coming, guys. And when they do, you won't be able to tell me anything.
Look, you're gonna have those shirts. You know how the shirts, people wear the shirts like this, like there's always a shoulder out. You're gonna be the one with always a shoulder. It's gonna be snowing outside, and you're gonna have a shoulder sticking out.
This is just my season of humbleness. God was like, we're gonna humble her. So I used to have a cute little shape.
You still do.
I do for some, but some people don't have what I have, so I am still blessed.
Right. Some people want a little bit of booty, a little bit of. I have nothing up top. Like God just completely skipped me.
God just forgot to press the stop button on all the things that produce over here. Stop. He was like, keep going. And then.
So tonight's topic is mental health. This is our mental health edition. We will be talking about the misconceptions of mental health. Tonight, we are going to skip a couple things. Our Mac moment is going to be Brittany, or I don't even know if she wants to be called Brittany. Let me give you, you want me to put your whole name out there? Are you okay with that? She don't care? Okay. Brittany Holland is going to join us briefly and talk to us. I don't know. Is that what she said? I think she said she's okay.
I don't know. I guess she said she don't care.
Okay. For anybody who doesn't know, or if you're listening to us, if you're playing this back and you're listening to us, because you can listen to us in the car, we can see all of our peeps that come on the show in the backstage. So for those that are going to end up listening to this, we can see, and that's why we're talking to Brittany or Marquita, and you're like, I don't hear anybody, but we hear them talking to people that do not exist. So they really are here. So anyways, it's the mental health edition. We're going to talk about some misconceptions later on. We have Brittany coming on, then Brittany leaves us, and then Marquita comes on for Hot Topics. Charles took PTO tonight, so there is no Charles in charge, but we have Brittany instead. So it's like a girls' night. I'm here for it. And me and Danielle will talk. Oh, Marquita's dancing in the back. Okay, all right. Me and Danielle will talk misconceptions, and then we'll wrap it up. Housekeeping. We are not on the air next Sunday. So we're skipping a week, and then we'll be back, I think, on like the 28th or something like that. So, all right, you ready to get this party going? You ready to bring in Brittany, and then Hot Topics, and then chit chat?
Yeah.
Or you want to talk about your weekend or something? Did you do something exciting?
No, I don't like how you introed that.
What did you do?
That was not a good assist, but that's fine. It was a poor pass.
I'm sorry. I've never really been good.
With that said, we're gonna go ahead and bring Brittany in. You want to do the intro?
Well, now I feel like you should do the intro because you said I did so bad with the assist that maybe I'm not good at this.
Oh, the assist to me. How was my weekend? You didn't tell me how your weekend was. I guess we just gonna dive right on in this thing.
I mean, I didn't have a good weekend. You want me to tell everybody I didn't have a good weekend?
What?
No, it was not a good weekend.
Where was I?
I mean, you were around, man.
I thought you went to Kent.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yo, I missed something. I missed the memo. Anyway, bring Brittany in. Come on, Brittany.
I mean, I just didn't think we needed to discuss. Like, there was like pieces of the paint that I wasn't really feeling. And then Saturday, yeah. And then Saturday, what did I do Saturday? Just we want to talk about my weekend.
I don't know what you did.
I take that back. I take that back. I had a good Saturday because we had yoga with Tasha Mack. 12 people came out. The whole vibe. Holla at the OSF crew, and my whole yoga community came out and yogaed with me. Their favorite yoga instructor. So you're right. I take that back, y'all. I had a good Saturday. I had a bad Friday. Today ain't been that great, but I cooked lasagna tonight, so I'm kind of excited.
You went to church today. You did good things.
Always good.
Okay, well, let's just check our posture. Let's check our posture, and let's have a better attitude going forward. We don't want to bring Brittany into this mess. We want to bring her into this.
She might be able to help us. She's like a life. She's what we need in our life.
She might need to help us offline, and we may need to pay her. So with that said, this is a non-paid gig right now. So you should not pay Britt right now. Okay, Britt, we can't pay you, girl.
Now she Britt. How you know she's like being called Britt?
Well, we're gonna let her come on in, Tasha. Let's just bring her in. Hey, girl.
Hey, y'all.
Brittany, Danielle, Brittany. Would you prefer to be called Britt or Brittany?
Either or is fine. I'm good either way. They're both my name.
I know. Danielle, are you introing Brittany or am I introing Brittany?
I think you should. I got the intro now. It's not that I'm not capable, but yeah, you guys have a relationship that I don't have.
So wait. Before y'all intro me, can I just say that I thought that I was talking to y'all the whole time?
It's okay, baby. It's okay. We heard you in spirit.
Okay, and that's fine.
So for those that don't know, I did have a more proper intro. My sister threw me off because she wanted me to be transparent about my day. But I'm currently one of the sponsors for this amazing event. Tasha Mack Fitness is a sponsor for this amazing event. It's a mental health mixer. That's how me and Brittany connected. So that I figured, I was like, May's almost over. We need to do this show. And it was just like it all fell into place. So this is how me and Brittany connected, because she's having this amazing event. And let me intro you correctly. She's a licensed resident in counseling who specializes in helping adults and children identify and work through their feelings, such as my bad day, thoughts, and behaviors to improve their mental health. So welcome, Brittany.
Hi. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. So tell us a little bit about why you decided to go the route that you've gone into being a licensed resident in counseling. To explain that to us a little bit.
So long story short, I just feel like mental health is overlooked in our community, like the importance of it. And so I just decided that I would work towards being the change that I want to see. And so I just pretty much pursued this career path, and now I'm just advocating. Like, my hope is that when people look at me, they also see themselves. And so it's like, oh, it brings light to the topic. It makes it normal, but it's like, oh, well, like she's out having a good time, but she's also promoting mental health. I like to prefer the duality of things. Like, it doesn't have to be either or, it can be both and.
No, that's right. That's a whole word, Brittany. I like that. That's good.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. So tell us a little bit about the event. Tell us what made you do the event. When is it? What do we do? How do we find it? All that good stuff.
Okay, so I'm having a mental health mixer in Portsmouth, Virginia, at the Renaissance Hotel on the waterfront The address is 425 Water Street, Portsmouth, Virginia. The event is taking place on May 21st, which is next Saturday from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. If you're not going to remember anything that I'm saying, you can just Google Eventbrite Mental Health Mixer and sign up for it. It's free and open to the public. I'm very big on like trying to advocate for mental health, but from a stance that I see you, I'm here with you, we can do this together, not you're alone, you have to do it by yourself. And so I wanted to have an event that was open to the public that also brings awareness to mental health, but provides an opportunity for people to network, to mix and mingle, to build relationships, to have real conversations around mental health, because we don't have a lot of environments that allow us to talk about the things that we are feeling and going through. It's just more so we're just trying to like get through the day or just make it to the next moment that is like, oh, I don't want to burden anyone else with my issues, so I'll just keep it to myself. But I wanted to have an environment where it's like we welcome whatever you're going through, the daily struggles, because we're all on our own journey trying to figure out how to make sense of a lot of things that just don't make sense.
Do you have something for Brittany? Because I have all the questions. So if you want.
Yeah, you do. I was over here looking for the question. So I don't
No, I'm just saying, like, I have more questions. I'm freelancing. So I didn't know if you know.
Okay, you're a little ghostwriter today. Okay, so my question is, what is your hope? Like, what would be a win for you in this event? So out of everything that happens after the event, what are you hoping for? Like, what are you hoping to accomplish?
Overall, I just want people to feel a little more seen and a little less alone. I feel like a lot of times when we're just going through the day to day, we just feel like we're by ourselves, or we have to bear the burden by ourselves, or there's no one else to take the weight, or there's no one else who is on the same journey or experiencing life in the same way that we are. And so the win for me is for people to get together, to have fun, to laugh, to joke, to network, but to also feel seen in whatever capacity fits whatever journey that they're on. Ultimately, I just want to reach everyone in any way that I can. And I just feel like with mental health, it is a topic that everyone encounters at some point or another. And so it was just like the perfect opportunity to bring networking, mixing, mingle, business, mental health, just being overall happy, healthy, wealthy, like all of it under one umbrella. That would be a win for me, for everybody to just feel seen and a little less alone, regardless of where they are in life.
I love that.
Yes, I do too. So our question that once you're, gone from us, we are going to talk about misconceptions. What do you feel is like one of the biggest misconceptions when it comes to mental health?
Oh my, I'm so glad that you asked that. I feel like there are several misconceptions, but one of the big ones is Black people don't go to therapy. Another one is in the predominantly Black community, if you seek help or if you seek therapy, you're seen as weak, or you can't handle your burdens, or you can't handle life. It's like we wear trauma and pain as a badge of honor, when really there are professionals who are in place to help us process it, work through it, and see things in a different aspect that eventually leads to healing. I feel like there's a lot of shame that goes into saying like, oh, I can't do this, or this is too much for me. But really the silence and trying to bear it by ourselves is weighing us down and leading us to like depression and anxiety, along with other factors that go on in our everyday life.
Do you think that it starts early, or this misconception that we have like early? As I know, like I think aren't you in education, I believe, but doesn't it start early?
Yes.
Do you think it starts early, as in like in the kids, like children being afraid to talk to therapists, etc., in our community, or do you think it's something that we kind of grow into as we get older?
I definitely think it starts earlier. However, depending on what type of experiences you have in life could trigger you to have like mental health crisis or illness that leads to a diagnosis. And so I think it really just depends on where you are in life. But for the most part, yes, it does start when we're younger, because I feel like in predominantly Black households, like I seen a post on Facebook that was like, you can tell your mom or whoever you're growing up with that you depressed, and they be like, depress them dishes. Like, lay down, you'll be okay, it'll pass. But people are really going through real life situations that require much more than just laying down and everything is going to be okay, or thinking you can pray away depression. Like, yeah, you can pray, but there are professionals who are in place that can also help you work through those challenges where you
Right. Dan, do you have something for Brittany?
I don't know if we already asked this. Is this the first event that you've ever done like this, or is this like something that will be done annually?
So this is actually my first mental health mixer. I've done other events, but when I did the other events, it was more so just for mentoring the youth. And so that was for teenagers and children from the ages 12 to 18. So this is my first time for doing something that is open to the public, regardless of your age, race, demographic. It's like, if you feel like this is a topic that aligns with you, come one, come all. We welcome everyone because mental health is important for everyone.
Yeah.
It is. It is. Any lasting words that you may have for the people out there, other than they all need to go to Eventbrite, and we're gonna post it on the page, and everyone has to go and sign up. And don't just sign up; you gotta go. I hate when people sign up for Eventbrite and don't go. Like, I need you to go.
Right.
Yeah, so go get a little brochure to say Tasha Mack Fitness on it, and mingle with the people, and let's just be one, and let's just empower each other. So, what other than all that good stuff? Where can we find you? Where can they follow you? All that good stuff.
So on Facebook, you can follow me at Brittany R. Holland. Brittany is spelled the regular way, like BRITTANYR period HOLLAND. On Instagram, you can follow me at Blooming with B _. And on Twitter as well, it's Blooming with B. Those are all the places that you can find me. And if you can't find me there, you can also find me on Psychology Today at Brittany R. Holland. And because I do have openings for adults and children for anyone who is seeking therapy.
And you do virtual? Do you do virtual openings?
Yes, I do 100% virtual. So it's at the leisure of your phone or your computer, wherever you are. If you want to do it in the car, you want to do it in the bed, you want to do it on the beach. I mean, wherever you want to do it, we can do it.
Yes, y'all, a lot of y'all got issues. A lot of y'all got issues out there. She's your girl.
This is it. I'm about to push Brittany so hard. I'm about to send a group message right out to all my friends. They're gonna be like, "Why is she sending?"
Please do.
Y'all need to call Brittany and not me. Okay. All right. So this is good.
Hashtag call Brittany.
Hashtag call Brittany, please.
Hashtag call Brittany. I love it. This is it. Well, thank you so much. We really appreciate you stopping by. You got to come back.
Of course. I appreciate being here. And whenever you want me to come back, just let me know. I'm definitely down for it. And I love the women empowerment and everything that you're doing. And any way that I can assist, just let me know. I'm there.
Thank you.
We will. We'll definitely probably have you back for a panel. We're always looking for somebody to get on a panel with us when the men come out and talk and get a little deep. But people be scared to get on panel. So you down. We putting you
I'm
on
down.
the list. Okay. Good. All right, Brittany, you have a good evening. Thank you for coming.
Of course, you too. Thank you.
All right. Welcome.
Bye.
Oh gosh, I don't know. Did I take? I'm sorry, Brittany. I didn't remove you correctly. Okay. Boom. Girl, it's just been one of these days. Marquita isn't ready.
Yes, she is.
Marquita, are you ready?
Well, you just let her on in, didn't you? If you wasn't Marquita, now you have to be. She said she can't hear us.
Oh gosh, Marquita, did you mute?
Leave Marquita and come back. Exit and come back. Okay, now come back.
Now go back? Is she ready now?
I don't know, girl.
Marquita, say something.
Lord Jesus.
We're just gonna take you out. Marquita, log off and log back on. Okay? You log off and log back on. She can't hear us?
We'll put it in the private chat. Tasha. We have to use our resources here, our tools.
Oh, she
Oh,
did it.
she's
She did
gone.
it. That was dope. We will have the flyer and Brittany's link on our Facebook page, as well as it'll be in our stories, so that you guys can definitely partake. It's free. There's no reason that you shouldn't be attending. And, you know, it's on the weekend, so most of y'all don't have to work, hopefully.
Yeah.
So as we wait for Marquita, I guess you want to dig into the misconceptions, or do you want to, what do you want to do?
I don't know, girl. We need to get a cue from Marquita to figure out if we moving and grooving or we stopping and holding.
I don't know.
Well,
right now, let's
just move on.
Let's just move on until Marquita jumps back in.
We have a commercial break if she comes back.
Okay. All right.
Right?
So we're talking. Yeah. We're talking about misconceptions of mental health today. I don't know. You want to start off?
Ooh, not with that yawn. Let me see. What's a misconception?
One of the first misconceptions is that we, you know what's funny? I can't even express it. It doesn't even matter. I can't. Mental health problems are uncommon. That's the first misconception, is that they are uncommon.
Right now, I feel like it's overly common.
Do you feel like it's something that people are using as a fad?
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah, I feel like we have a strong sense of, I don't know what the word is, but some people are utilizing the whole I have anxiety, I'm depressed, and not really either. My thing is, people with real mental health issues don't usually talk about it a lot initially, I don't think. And I think it has become a bit of a fad. I don't know why. That's just me personally. Marquita, it looks like Marquita is back. Do you think let's see.
Marquita.
Yes. Can y'all hear me? Oh my God, y'all.
Girl, we can hear you.
Marquita, were you trapped in the closet?
No, because then that would mean I would have to come out the closet. And so there's nothing for me to come out to. So I was not trapped in the closet. I was trapped in cyberspace, but not the closet.
So we're going to pause that mental health discussion because we have hot topics. Tell us what you have.
It's right in
line. Who died? Who got married? Run it down.
It's right in line with mental health. It's right in line. Everything that I have to say is right in line with mental health. Condolences to the families of the victims of the Boston, am I saying this right? Buffalo. I'm having a moment with it. Look, my mental ain't right, y'all. I'm just.
Girl, this is that kind of Sunday, baby.
It's literally too much going on. It's just at this point, I just want to say in today's news, fucking America, because what the fuck, America? Just there was a mass shooting at a church in California. This was a supermarket. It's 2022. I can't even complete a sentence because everything is just so bad. Every time I try and say a sentence, I think of something worse that I could have said something about. But America, what is going on right now? Like, it's 2022 and we still dealing with racism. Do you know how pissed our ancestors are right now? Like, we can find cures for COVID in a year. We got a vaccine.
Here it is.
You have enough time to pull out some cockamamie new thing you want to talk about in Roe v. Wade that was done and decided on in 1973, but yet in 2022 we're still dealing with terroristic attacks on Black people.
Thanks.
There's a formula shortage. Like, people can't even feed their babies.
Oh yeah.
There,
Where does that come from? What is that about?
so I don't know what the heck it's about, but however, it's just in the United States. So mothers out there who may be struggling with finding formula, little things that I've been hearing on the internet. I personally don't buy formula, but things that I've been hearing on the internet is it's only in the United States. I guess if you order on Amazon, I don't know if we're gonna get in trouble for this, but if you order on Amazon, you can change it to like Canada, and whatever formula your baby needs, it may be in stock in Canada, and you can get it. So that's just a little tidbit.
So that is
true. Out there.
That is true. So I won't say where I work, but you can change the marketplace, and it changes to Canada. That is very true, Marquita.
The old school recipe for formula is out there. Just don't starve your babies. Don't deprive them. I know if it's hard, I know it may be hard to find, but just if you're doing your best, I'm not talking to you, but just try everything so that your baby is not malnourished. But what America, what are we doing right now? Like it's nothing is where nothing has changed. Nothing is going on that is saying like we're making a change into something new. We just keep dealing with the same stuff over and over again. And in 2022, with the way the technology is going and finances are going, we should not still be in debt, talking about debt, broke, talking about killings, talking about racism. We still shouldn't be talking about it in 2022. This is more of a rant, and this is a hot topic to turn into a damn rant. So I'm just gonna, try and move on to something else. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. He probably was the first Black person who we did not want to rest in peace because people, y'all was not being nice. Y'all can't be nice to people that's dead. At least we would at least be nice to people when they die. This man was probably the first person who was not being treated nicely after they died. Y'all leave Kevin Samuels. That man has a family. Whoever he was on the internet was who he was on the internet. But somebody out there loved him. Let's just remember that, people. Somebody. I'm not saying that I know who. I'm just saying.
I love that man.
I just want to say that I support my friend and I support her hot topics. I do not agree with this hot topic. I don't agree with what she's saying. I don't agree with
even nice to his daughter.
I don't fool with the man. If it was, I'm sorry to bust your hot topic up, but if it was Donald Trump and he passed away, we would all be having parties. But because he's a Black man and he got a mama, we feel bad that he died. I am not one of those people. And I do love God and God loves me. I'm done.
I didn't say that was gay. I didn't say that I agree with everything that the man said. What I said was, I said we did not get this man. We should have just left this man alone. He dead, y'all. He is dead. Just let him dead.
But also the same one that said women over the age of 35 that are not married are leftover women. He just
got
said
2 years to not be left over. I don't know. I only got 2 years.
Well, what you gonna do after that? I mean,
I'm looking good.
Am I considered a leftover? Because I was somebody's at some point. So am I a leftover?
Girl, you a good leftover though.
Like,
let me tell y'all something. But nobody care. Niggas like cold pizza. So let's not talk about. Are we sad that we're left? Spaghetti tastes good the next day. I'm just trying to figure out why is we
leftover. Spaghetti is good the next day, but I'm not a leftover.
I'm just saying, if you fall into the category of leftovers, why are we upset about being a leftover? Leftovers are good. Some of them are good. Now you can't reheat chicken, and
leftovers mean you come back for seconds.
I mean, you gotta hurry up and eat them. You gotta look. Leftovers is you gotta hurry up and eat them before you go bad. Before they go bad. But that's what I'm saying. Who don't want to be hurry up and ate? I'm just saying, what? Y'all don't want to look at the negative about everything. Who don't want to get ate in quickly? Please leave me. Please.
So listen, hear me out. My question is, are you okay? So you were okay with him spreading the toxicity into our community? You were okay with that?
I was not. I mean, I didn't really pay attention to anything. Like, he's in the category with things that got people that I don't pay attention to.
I didn't pay attention to anything he was saying when he was alive.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's why he can rest in peace, because he was resting in life with me. I wasn't paying attention to the man because he did not have anything to say. Him, Derek Jackson, you know what I'm saying? Just throw them all in the category. I just never really paid attention to him. So he was already peacefully resting when he was living with me. So
I don't want to spend time on the man.
Well, yeah. Right. So we can go ahead and move on. To Black China loses her lawsuit. Dun dun dun. Are we surprised? Was there anybody that thought that this girl was gonna get $1 from the Kardashian Jenner family? Did we?
Did they sue her? So now she has to pay them?
Well, I think they do what everybody does, like just suing for legal fees. I don't know if they're gonna pursue it, because they probably be like, "Girl, we don't even want to see you and your ratchet ass men in court again. Just go on about your business. Leave us alone. Take the lawyer fees and take Dream to Disney World or something like that and get off our damn back." But so no, actually, Black China's mama started her GoFundMe account for her legal fees. So if you find that out there in the internet and you want to donate, go right ahead and donate. She can recoup some of the fees. She's doing a celebrity boxing match. They have found an opponent for her. I don't know who she is either. So
Danielle's face is like, well, where did you find that information?
Right. So if you go on the internet, she was looking for opponents. People were coming up. I think one of the girls, Johnny Blaze, she was showing herself boxing in heels and said that she would compete against her. So there was a lot of contenders, but once again, I'm not sure what celebrity is going against her in the celebrity boxing match. I'm not even sure if she's a celebrity. That's neither here nor there, but I hope she's able to recruit those legal fees, because she ain't getting nothing from them damn Kardashians. They're not giving you nothing. So yeah, I am officially done with hot topics, guys.
Really?
Yeah. There may have been other things that I think I've touched on. Pretty much all I wanted to talk about. The bag is in shambles right now, okay, and so am I, okay.
Well,
that's the hot topic. The hot topic is we are embarrassing ourselves out there. Do you know? I just can't imagine how other countries are looking at us right now.
It is bad.
Like the countries that only have one TV in the whole country, and they turn on, and this is what the fuck they see us. I would be so disappointed.
So wait, before you go, because you always know a little bit more than I know. Okay. So with the young white man who decided to put the word nigger on his gun and shoot people, with him, does he saying he has a mental health issue?
I don't know, but he, that's usually what they say. When white people are violent, they have a mental health issues. When black people are upset, we are targets. So I'm just don't really care. His name is Peyton Gendron, whatever his name is. It just really, the next time I want to see it is next to the words death penalty. So I'm not really. He's probably somebody that I don't want to rest in peace. Let's just, everybody who had anger for Kevin Samuels, let's put it on Peyton, y'all. Let's just transfer it over.
I don't know how I feel about that, but I think Peyton should get his own time. But anyways, any lasting words from Marquita before she goes?
Me?
Anything you want to say?
Great job. You killed it. You're doing a great job.
Right.
We're good. Well, we'll see you not next month, not next Sunday, but the Sunday after next.
You sure will. Toodaloo, you too. All right, bye.
All right. You want to talk about that real quick?
What?
This Peyton boy shooting up people.
No, not really. I'm sorry.
Okay, I was just asking to discuss it.
I thought you meant, do I really want to talk about the shooting, him shooting up people, or about the fact that Black people don't have mental health problems and white people do when they kill people?
Yeah, that part. It's kind of more of that part. Yeah, no, I read it somewhere before I logged on that I think that's the angle that they're going, is that he possibly had mental health issues. But I also know that he left the scene after killing 10 people alive. Not sure that that's how that would have went down with us.
No, it wouldn't have.
If it was an African American male. Do we know? So he just like, did he just come up in there and just shoot people, or
I don't have any information. I don't have any information. I've been in church.
Well, look, me too. Part of the day I think it happened yesterday.
I don't know.
Didn't it happen yesterday?
I don't know.
Nobody said anything.
Honestly, I'm out of touch, which is why I didn't want to talk about it, because I don't know anything other than the fact that he's white and he killed Black people, and it's wrong. And I know that for certain. And I also know that I can almost come up with the rest of the narrative. He's going to get off scotch-free because he has obviously mental health issues. And probably there was somebody who probably called in a tip that said he was crazy at one point, and the police department probably said it's fine. And they probably didn't look into it. It's probably going to be something crazy like that.
Well, I guess it goes right into the first misconception that mental health is uncommon, which we know that that's not true. Mental health is very common. And to give you a stat, which I'm sure is much higher now, 450 million people are currently experiencing conditions that are ill to their mental health. So there's tons of people that have mental health disorders. I do think the sad thing about it when it comes to the whole uncommon piece. He did video. He recorded it too. I do know that was a thing. But the sad part that comes with the whole mental health is uncommon. I think that was something that was the narrative for so long that it's something that our community, meaning the Black community, I can't speak for the white community because I'm not a part of it, but I know our community, I think we are so stuck on it's uncommon because that's the way it used to be. And now being that it's a more common situation that's talked about, I'm not going to say the number is any different. Who knows what the stats were 30, 40 years ago?
Yeah.
Because I don't think people were being checked for, I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't speak on that.
They probably were, but Black people don't go to doctors for that stuff like that.
No, we don't go to doctors, period. So back in the day, specifically, we didn't go to doctors. I don't know about now if that has changed or not. Another misconception, people with mental health conditions cannot work. You want to jump in that one?
I think the capacity is different. I don't think that they necessarily cannot. I shouldn't say that because I'm a person with mental health conditions. No, I shouldn't say that. So I personally know that my capacity is different than probably someone that has no problems. And that's just because of how I process things. But
I think that's possible. Do you think that in the time we live in, that no one has there is someone out there with no mental health issues?
No, I don't think that's possible. But could be that I don't know any mentally healthy people. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. All the people I know are just as crazy as I am. So,
well, they say that an old myth is that people with mental health issues cannot hold down a job or be a useful member of the workforce.
What? Nah, we do great.
So this is a misconception. I mean, I think because there's the levels of mental health. So when I think back to when mental health was presented to me, I was young. And I think
really?
it was a
How old were you?
I don't know.
Okay.
Family member, but the conception and the what I perceived was that the family member couldn't get himself together. So it was just like he couldn't get himself together. He had to be helped and assisted. So to me, no, he could not hold down a job. So what I was going to say is, I think in the past there's levels to mental health. So there was the only level of mental health was that you off, like you can't do nothing, you barely can talk to and carry on a conversation. But the problem is that there's so many different levels of mental health. You can be a regular functioning individual and struggle with anxiety or depression, but still go to work and no one know.
Just like an alcoholic. So there are different types of alcoholics. There are alcoholics who lose their jobs. There are alcoholics that gamble too much because they need to get money for the alcohol. There are alcoholics who are functioning alcoholics. So I'm like probably a functioning mentally unhealthy person.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or just people in general, or we're along the line of we know how to function throughout the day. Versus someone who is like stuck in this other trance and they're not able to do those things and carry on with day-to-day issues.
Casey, I want her to explore that a little bit.
Okay, so Casey says that misconception is one of the reasons why some people don't like to disclose or don't manage their diagnosis appropriately. And I believe that.
Is it because like the level, like people think that it's supposed to be like you're considered, like, I hate to use the word crazy, but you're considered crazy if you have a mental health issue. So therefore you don't want to accept that you have it, and you don't want to take medicine because you automatically think, well, now I'm batshit crazy. So
yeah, it's like really leaning into your situation. It's really being like, I think some people probably feel like they are giving up if they have to go to medication. Like they're so bad that they have to find like, well, dang, I'm so bad, I really need this medication. And others look to it as like a real tool instead of feeling like it's a crutch or something negative. Some people really do look to it and they're like, oh my goodness, I'm like debilitating. I don't know if that's the right word.
I had a conversation with someone one time in which I was discussing mental health, and they were asking for my assistance, just kind of like, hey, what do you think I should do? How do I find a therapist? I don't want them to make me take medicine. And I remember explaining to them that I have been on anxiety and depression medicine. And I explained to them a little bit of why. And they were like, I can't believe you took medicine. You don't look like the kind of person that would. There's a misconception there. You will not know. You don't know what a person looks like that's on medicine. The medicine is not going to change the way you look. The medicine is not going to, I just don't think, I think there's just so much misconceptions around being treated. And like you said, people look at it badly, but it sometimes can be a guide to help you get through what you need to get through in order for you to function. And I think people need to see that it doesn't change. I don't think it changed. It didn't change me. If anything, it helped.
Yeah. I think that statement is ignorant. I don't care who said it. I think that it's unfortunate that people think that whoever has a certain lifestyle or looks a certain way or looks like they have all their things together, if it's a celebrity or if it's the man on the street who doesn't have a house. People deal with things, and it doesn't even have to be things that are in the present. It could be things from the past. It could be things that you're facing right now. So it's not necessarily what your life look like right now. That could be you could be trying to deal with. It could be what you've been trying to deal with from 10 years ago. So it's unfair to say that you look like you look like your life is perfect. What are you stressing over? And that's an unfair statement. It's ignorant. And really, it's almost insane that someone would say that to anyone.
Well, you think about it, the person that was telling me this was someone who also needs help, right? And they are falling right into the misconception that you don't need, you don't look a certain kind of way. You have to act a certain kind of way.
What is that way? My thing is,
I'm saying I don't know the way.
It's
I'm
the
just
same
saying
thing.
that
It's the
shows you
same.
that.
Yeah, it's the same thing that I hate when people say stuff like, well, back when I was younger, I would hear people be like, oh, that girl is weird. And I would be like, well, what's weird?
Right. Or that's the whole thing, like talking white.
Yeah, talking white, or what is the concept? What is the perspective or perception of what is normal, or what is a person that should be diagnosed? Like, you cannot look at me and be like, yes, that girl is mentally crazy.
Yeah.
No one would know that I've been on medication for years unless maybe they'll see like my tattoo. Like, my tattoo is a dead giveaway. If anyone is in the mental health industry, then it would be a dead giveaway that I obviously had some issues, or have whatever, present or past. And so that would be a dead giveaway. Other than that, no one would know. It's not fair. It's not a fair assumption to make. So I think that's one that we should definitely get rid of today.
Mental health problems are a sign of weakness. I think that kind of goes back to our toxic masculinity topic.
Yeah.
The misconception that, yep. Oh yeah, she already said that one. Yep, that mental health problems are a sign of weakness, and I think that also leads to another reason why people don't lean on therapy, why they don't lean on medication. I feel like if you are at any point brave enough to go to therapy, and at that point, someone of the knowledge tells you that you medically need assistance, I think at that point you should be brave enough to take the medicine. And I mean, you've already took half the step. Just finish it up. It's not, you're already going to therapy is half the battle. Taking what the diagnosis is, understanding it, and figuring out how to make yourself better is the other step. So I think that piece that this is a weakness, that we're even discussing it should make you stronger. Crystal says, absolutely. The thought is, I will control this or handle it. And if they don't, the negative self-talk begins. I'm weak, I'm crazy, I'm unstable. So then hiding it seems to be easier. Amen. And that's pretty much it. Because that's what it is. It's hiding it. You're covering yourself. You're covering it with everything. You're covering it with expensive things. You're covering it with friends, and you know what I mean? You're just covering it with everything, keeping yourself busy when you're not getting to the bottom of the issue, which is taking care of yourself. This is a form of self-care. Mental health is a form of self-care. You can take care of everybody else. You can take care of yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. What's the next one?
I don't know, girl. I lost the
Only people without friends need therapists.
That's not true. You want to talk on that, or you want me to go first?
Go for it.
First of all, I'm a friend, but I can't help you with everything.
I said that today. I said I'm gonna send my friends to Brittany.
If I'm a friend and you are a married woman and I'm a single girl, and girl, I don't know what to tell you what to do with that man. It sounds like he's not doing you right. Chances are I'm gonna tell you to leave him. You might need to go talk to somebody.
But if you're single and you have a single friend and she's having an issue with her man, it may not be a situation that you've ever been presented with, and your advice still may not be aligned with what needs to happen.
It's not going to be aligned because I'm going to tell her to drop him like a hot cake.
It's just not, it's something, and we're not saying don't talk to your friends. We're just saying that there's some levels to your issues.
It can be in addition. I think in addition to talking to your friends, you should seek help on certain topics. Now, don't run to your therapist trying to figure out what outfit to wear on your next hot date, because that's an expensive friend. But you can go to your therapist and be like, I've noticed that he makes me feel a certain kind of way when he says this to me. Talk to your friend and your therapist about your friend and your therapist. About that, because your friend can tell you what you should do. Your therapist might tell you why you feel like you do when he talks to you like that.
Your therapist might tell you that it might be something from the past.
Yeah, it might not have nothing to do with the dude.
Right.
My answer may be deep, but
your therapist might say, well, all the dudes is like this one.
Yeah.
Did you realize that all of them are like this?
Yes.
And the problem is you and not the dude.
Yeah, you're attracting these type of people.
That's good. That's good right there.
Yeah, sometimes you do need to talk to people who don't know you, so they don't have a biased opinion. They don't know your past traumas, and they don't know how you be acting up, how you was acting up in 06, and now you still acting up in 22.
Nah. So you may have those type of friends. I don't have these type of friends. God is so good that I don't have these type of friends. But you may have those type of friends that are yes friends. I have friends that give it to me the way I want it, or whether I like it or not. So
they want it.
Yeah, my friends tell me how they feel, and they're very raw and transparent, and that's a good thing. But if you have a circle where they always seem to agree with you, then I would recommend that if you are leaning on them heavily, I do think it would be good for you to talk to someone that you don't know.
Yeah,
because a yes circle is not a healthy circle. And I'm not no doctor.
It's a mess. Huh?
I said I'm not a doctor, but I don't think a yes circle is healthy.
Y'all gonna be in some mess.
What else we got here? Number 6, mental health problems are permanent. I don't want to speak on that, but you can.
Ooh, they're pretty permanent over here. I don't know.
Casey, you don't got nothing you want to say to us, baby, because that's a good one. If anybody got any feedback on that one, mental health problems are permanent. That is a misconception, because Casey been giving, she need to be up here too.
I don't see her comments.
No, I'm saying she's been giving us all the comments. Who's Crystal Curry?
You know, that's Casey from church.
Okay, that's what I was saying. Casey, I was asking her.
Oh, she's a therapist. Yes. That's why her comments.
I know.
I
know these things.
She has an advantage, guys. She's not just super.
Yes. You know, she had this thing called the ladies' room. I think that was did you see that on her page? She needs to talk to us about that. Yeah. This was a whole thing. So, anyways, yes, I don't know how I feel about that. It's a misconception. The next misconception, Casey, was that mental health problems are permanent. I'm assuming it's a misconception because it can be a temporary situation, is what they're saying. But I'm personally not sure about that yet. But I'm probably because I'm still in the midst of my own mental health problems. So I don't know if maybe. You said what?
You transitioning right on out, girl. You about to be out the club. I can tell. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm no.
How you gonna promote me out the mental health club?
I can tell by your conversations with your doctor.
Anywho, so why do you think it's not true, or you think it's true?
I think that it could be some. I think are. Some I do feel are just permanent. Sometimes they are. What does Darlene say? I think it depends on what you're going through during the season, and with the situation. That's true. I think that mental health can be one of the therapists I did. One therapist I had told me that feelings and emotions are like waves. So waves, they rise, they go, they come up to the shore, they leave, they come in, they go, they come in, they go. Like emotions and feelings are not supposed to ever be steady. So I feel like mental health can also be like that. Just based off of whatever situation you're in, like Darlene says. For me personally, speaking that I have dealt with it for such a long time, it is just a part of, I don't want to say who I am. I'm okay with it though. But it's not like,
you don't think that you would ever be without where you are.
Like I won't ever need to be on medication.
Right. Do you ever think you'll get to a place where you don't think you'll need medication? Maybe by shifting of routine and lifestyle and just getting in a good, stable a good place. I'm not going to say stable, but a good place. You know, so how some people feel like if I'm doing good in my business, I'm healthier, and that will help me more mentally.
Nah, I'm doing pretty good.
You are. I do believe you're doing pretty good.
And I still have things, you know what I mean? So I don't.
Crystal says personally and professionally, she would say it isn't something that can hinder you forever. And it isn't something that is a quick fix. The key is learning to utilize tools and coping skills that you are learning in your healing and therapy journey. That's very true.
Crystal, I think Crystal gonna be our I think Crystal is gonna be
Be like our resident
therapist. She got a test to take. I'm just
be really good.
Yeah,
It'll be really good if we have her and Brittany come on, maybe for like another episode or something.
Yes,
and like they could really
take a test. Crystal has a test to take, and I hope she's studying while she's watching this.
I've been praying out there.
Yes, I'm trying to hold her accountable. That's what we do at my church. We are accountable. We hold people accountable. Okay. We need her to be. Come
through Story Church. Okay.
Okay. But yeah, that's good. And so I don't know. I don't know if it's permanent or not, but it's long standing here.
Addiction is a lack of willpower.
I don't know. I've never been addicted to anything. So I can't really say. You don't think it is?
I don't think it's a lack of willpower. I think addiction is a disease.
Okay, I agree with you there. I'll agree with you.
You know what I'm saying? It's a disease. However you look at it, from you're addicted to whatever it might be, gambling, drugs, alcohol.
I was watching,
and all of that could come from a mental health issue, trauma from in your past as a childhood that leads to alcoholism and drug use, all of that. So that's not your fault because you don't have a willpower because you're addicted and you have a disease. That's not fair.
Yeah, I believe you. I was watching this Lakers movie about the Lakers, and there was a basketball.
Yes.
You saw it?
Did you? Oh yeah, I've been watching it. I stopped because I had too much Ozark. So I just need to catch up.
Okay, me and Mom watched it, and so it was a guy on there. He was addicted to probably some type of white substance, and he just couldn't get it together. And I know he really wanted to, because what's the light-skinned, tall, basketball, good-looking young man back there? I don't know what his name is.
Oh, I know he's talking about. I can't think of his name.
He was like trying to come on, man, we just got one more game. Anyway, he just could not keep it together, and it was just so sad. He ended up getting kicked off the team. He'd have put a hit out on the players, girl.
It's so sad.
A lot of people want to see that right at the last daggone minute, y'all. Y'all loved it.
Always do that.
When it's time to go.
Hey, I'm okay with it as long as they play it back. Y'all been doing a lot of playbacks lately, so I appreciate y'all listening because we've had an increase of playbacks. We've had an increase of YouTube. When my 16-year-old said, "You guys are doing really good on YouTube." I said, "Well, excuse me."
That's nice.
Last but not least, all people with mental illnesses are violent.
Oh, wait, let's go back to what Casey says right here. Absolutely, Tasha. The basis of an addiction is the need to numb the feelings, trauma, or diagnosis that has been left unhealed or untreated. That's very good. Yeah. Now, what was the last one you said?
All people with mental health illnesses are violent. Yeah, that's not true.
I'm just kidding. I've never heard anyone.
No, I think that this is a perfect way to end it because I think it all comes down to the same exact thing. It comes down to, I don't want to say I'm crazy because people might think I'm violent. I don't want to say I'm crazy because they might think I might need medicine. I don't want to say I'm crazy because I can't work. All these different things are misconceptions of why our people in our community don't want to acknowledge that there may be a mental health issue and then that they need to take care of it. I do think that the quicker you take care of it, the sooner you kind of, love on it a little bit, the better you will be. I do believe, and I could be wrong, but I do believe that the longer that you let it hang out there by itself and fester inside of you. Kareem
Abdul-Jabbar. My dude was out there doing yoga. He was killing his zen. He was in it, but he could not help that guy out.
So yeah, I think that the longer that you let it fester inside of you, the worse it will get. So for those that are listening, and there might be something that you just something just don't seem right, and you know it, get some help. It's going to help you better now to take care of it than, i.e., 20 years from now. Because
I
you
think
know things.
I think it depends on the type of mental health you're going through. So
I
if
was going
you
to say
like,
that.
if you have like depression, it may lead to like suicidal thoughts. If you
Mhm.
have bipolar disorder, that could lead to some.
Because I know untreated bipolar disorder then can lead to like schizophrenia, and
Yeah,
I mean there are other diseases that
multiple
are aligned.
personalities, and so there was one show on Hulu, and it was so good. I think it was called Jane. I can't remember.
Mhm.
And Jane had like 7 girls. One of them was gay, one of them was 7, one of them was like 15, 23.
Mhm.
And one of them was violent, one of them liked to party. Like one of them could be like super violent, the other one could be like the nurturer or a 7-year-old. And so when she would switch, you would see the trigger, you would see her switch. She literally cannot remember what she's done as that other person. And so there is a chance that that other person could be violent, which is why it's important to get help and to also know if you do have a situation like that, how to, yes, split personality disorder. If you do have a situation like that, how to navigate and how to cope and have strategy on how to deal with that. So this young lady, she has kids, so she would write down what her kids did for the day in case one of them left and came back. So
Right. So she
she
was
was,
making notes for her other ones, her other personalities that were
yeah,
living within her. And I think I was going to say also another big piece of this is the family. I've witnessed this personally, but the family of people that have been diagnosed with disorders, you have to, it's so messy because if you're part of a family that doesn't necessarily believe in it, they're not going to sign on with the whole you need medicine, you need help. They're going to just say, oh, you're going to be okay. Fast forward 10, 15 years from now, when you have split personality disorder and all these other things, unfortunately, I'm not going to say they're not going to be there, but they're still not going to understand. So it's really good for us to educate ourselves. And if
I,
you are one of the family, let's say it's a family of 5, and there's one person that feels like, yeah, you need to go get some help, but the other 4 are like, you're going to be all right. Maybe you should just go do that. Maybe you should just work out some more. Maybe you should quit your job. Your job is a stress. That's what it is. You okay. I'm just saying it would be good for us to try to listen to all because in a situation like that, I just think it's so messy. I don't know what I'm saying, but I just think it's messy
yeah,
and it can go left.
I think 2 things in regards to the family can definitely be a casualty to your lack of care about your own mental health. I think that the family often suffers a great deal, if not more, that could lead to more mental health issues. And then it becomes a generational curse and a generational issue because then you have kids that see that, and then and they see their mom and dad being hurt by the spouse, and it's a constant domino effect. I do wonder something you said, like, oh, if they had caught it earlier and now it's been to created schizophrenia or split personality disorder or whatever. I wonder is that sometimes how it works? Does it morph or transform because it's gotten worse into something else, or does it already the root is it started as that and it's just that's what it is, or does it start off with anxiety and depression then move to schizophrenia and then move to, you know what I mean, like is there a gradual progression? I don't know the answer,
I
but
think I think casual. I did a little research on it from a different standpoint, a different disorder, and I think it morphs into that because it's untreated. So I don't know if you necessarily are going to get there, but you got there because you're not treating it and you're getting older. So I
yeah,
think with age, I think it gets worse too.
so, so it can transfer, but sometimes you can just have it straight up
Well,
like
you can have it straight from the jump. Yeah.
yeah,
But Yeah, you can. But the thing with like bipolar, for example, there's different levels of being a person diagnosed with bipolar, and then that can transform into other things or be accompanied with it. How about that? Like an accessory. Yeah. So I think it's just something that people are just not willing to accept. And you don't have to live like that. So I think it's just something we just need to embrace more of and talk more about, because there are more things than anxiety and depression. There are different disorders out there. And it's like you said, unfortunately, there are entire families that have to be affected. It depends on the case. Sometimes it can be hereditary. And then, yes, being untreated for so many years does harm to people in many different ways. So you need to take care of it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go to a therapist and they're like, yeah, this is what you have. I'm not sure that weed, marijuana, or CBD is all you're going to need. You might need a little bit more. And you got to be careful with that too.
Yeah, so there's that, a lot of people don't believe in medication, and I support both perspectives. I think that there are other things that you can do instead of medicating, but you would have to be willing to do that work. And it's a lot of work. It's something that people don't have the time to do, honestly. Yeah, it's like it's a lot of self-work. You would literally have to dedicate hours probably to try to
routines
on a daily basis. Yeah, on a daily basis, which is good. I think that's everyone should do that. But not everyone has the capacity and the bandwidth to sit down and dig deep into stuff like that every day. So Crystal says DSM-5 is a great resource. It's typically used by therapists. However, it is the dictionary on mental health diagnosis. Cool. Crystal's really laying it on thick today, babe. Crystal got all the knowledge. Love it.
But it's good to know these are gems that we're dropping. If it's not something that you can take in for you, it's something that you might be able to help or tell a friend about. As we stated, Brittany is apparently taking virtual clients. So if at some point in your life within the last 6 weeks you said, I really need to talk to someone, there is no reason that you can't contact us to get Brittany's information if you didn't get it. You know what I mean? You can.
Yeah, they're everywhere, virtual
business. But that's how people say. That's what people say. Like someone contacted me and said, "Hey, how do I find a therapist?" Other than Google or Psychology Today.
It's in 2022. Why you don't know how to find a therapist? It's Google. Google. Put it in Google, y'all. We are.
I think it's the idea of finding a therapist is the part that was most. You get what I'm saying? I don't even think it was I think it wasn't the act. It was the fact that they needed a therapist. Like, why do we have to go through that? Just Google it. But ORNOT is here. And so is Brittany Holland. Apparently she's open to that. And as Crystal said, and Brittany is on Psychology Today. Psychology Today is a great resource to look for a therapist. So we are telling you where to go and get the knowledge. And we're telling you once you've done a couple of sessions, if that therapist tells you these are some great tools, you need to use them.
Yeah. And, don't have to. Crystal was talking to a friend of hours of like maybe a month ago. She was like, you don't have to stick with that one therapist. You can date therapists, check them all out, see who fits you. It needs to be one that fits your lifestyle, what you believe in, your faith. If you're looking for a faith-based therapist, those are out there too. And so these are just different options. The options are just so many. Therapy for Black girls. I did look into therapy for Black girls. I did at one time. I think I signed up and then I didn't do it right. Crystal told me I didn't do it right. Like I didn't follow like I was supposed to. Darlene says therapists are available like any other doctor. You don't have to wait until an emotional crisis to arise. Doing this would prepare you if an emotional crisis comes. And that's true. Right. It's about it's just like going to the gym. Like you don't have to go to the gym just because you're going to do a triathlon. You need to go to the gym because the state keeps you fit.
And not only does it keep you fit, but as I will tell anybody, a gym and exercising, walking, running, whatever you decide to do from a fitness standpoint doesn't just keep you fit, it keeps you alive.
Yeah.
It keeps you here a little bit longer. You know what I mean? I tell people all the time, it's not always in the scale. It's not always in the how much weight did I lose, but how high is your blood pressure now? Are you still pre-diabetic because you've decided to exercise and take care of yourself? This is a form of self-care. Also call your insurance company. They will supply you with a list of therapists and network.
That's true. You can also use
so much free information today.
Yeah, you can also use an app called ZocDoc. You load your insurance card to it. They'll tell you what therapists are in your network as well, and you can find your therapist that way.
And a lot of companies partner with different apps and programs to have you call and contact people right away. I think one of ours was Ginger, and they like partnered me with like a life coach, and it was all free, and they like checked in with me and all that stuff. So you don't know what's out there until you ask. And they have a lot of free stuff now, especially with your jobs. Mental health is huge across corporate America. So if you're not just an entrepreneur and you have a 9-to-5, definitely check with call your insurance and ask them, do they have any mental health incentives or programs that they're enrolled in? That might be and Just Ask. Isn't that who I go through? Just Ask is justask.com. They actually they're a resource for everything. You can send pictures and doctor reports and everything if you want further explanation. And they have gynecologists, therapists, regular doctors. They have mechanics, vets for your dog. I think it's $14.99 a month, but still it's a peace of mind. So there's a couple of different things. If you're worried about finances, there are many therapists who work on a sliding scale. That's true as well. So with all that, we've given y'all so much information that you should feel mentally empowered. Danielle, you want to close this up?
Sure. We hope that you guys, first we want to say thank you for joining us once again on this Sunday. We hope that you guys have an amazing week. We also hope that we were able to pour into you this week so that you can go out in the world and pour into others. We love you guys. We hope you stay mentally healthy, and we'll see you not next week, but the week after next. Bye.